Hi Cancer, this is Nyonjo with Truth Exchange Tarot, and I'm here to do your Spring Equinox reading. So Spring Equinox consists of the dates of March 20th to June 20th. So that's Aries season, Taurus season, and Gemini season. So yeah, let's get started with the reading. So first we're going to go off with the Aries season, which is March 20th to April 20th. So your overall message is luck and growth. So with these two cards, what I'm sensing is sort of there's a desire for things to just move forward without the effort. And this is usually, when I see the luck card, it usually means that you're kind of depending on outside forces to come in to sort of push you, or for things to just kind of happen and fall into your lap. But this growth card is definitely saying that you don't want things to just fall into your lap, because if you just fall into your lap, you're not going to be able to actually authentically shape your path forward. And if you're not able to authentically shape your path forward, you're going to be creating a future that isn't centering you, but is centering like whatever you find in the basket, as opposed to like actually going to the store and buying groceries. If that makes sense. Like, you want to be able to like have the ingredients you want that make sense for you, that lead to like you creating something that feels very much feels way more powerful than just happenstance can lead to. All right, so your tarot cards for Aries season is the Magician reverse, which is exactly what I was just speaking about, the Temperance card here, and the Lovers in reverse. So with the Temperance, so Magician, like I just said, it's knowing that you, Magician upright is knowing that you have the resources and the means to be able to create and manifest what you want. But with the reverse, that feeling, that sensation, or those thoughts are not, they're not like, you don't trust yourself in that way. You don't trust that you have enough. And, you know, it's, what the Temperance is saying is really crucial for you to feel aligned with yourself. Like, once you find that hurdle, you'll be way more aligned with yourself. Yeah, so definitely at the beginning of Aries season, so at like the end of March, which is now, that it's gonna be a little bit, you're gonna feel a little bit more depleted, is what I'm getting. Depleted, or just kind of losing faith a little bit. Faith in yourself. Clarifying. Ooh. Clarifying. Oh gosh. These ones are just popping out for a lot of people. So, yeah, the two cards you got to clarify so far are the Son of Wands reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. So this feeling of being depleted is really emphasized with the Knight of Wands. It's like this energy is scattered. It's going all over the place, and you're not able to, as a result, have a vision. But the King of Wands is having a vision about your passion. And right now, it just seems like it's all over the place. And it seems like in the middle month, you'll be able to feel, or middle of the time period, you'll be able to feel a lot more gathered. But let's see how that comes about. Okay. The Hermit. Introspection. I think it's asking you during that time period to be able to just kind of pull back a little bit, so you're able to have a lot more energy to have a different perspective, and yeah, the Moon is your energy, Cancer. It's your energy, so it's a perspective that's very much steeped in addressing the illusions that you have created, or other people have created in yourself. And Also here with the Lovers, I think it basically is talking about making a choice or having the inability to make a choice or a decision. Ooh, 2 came out. Perfect. Ooh, okay. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups. So I think it's saying, in order to make a decision, perhaps about, you know, being connected to a partner, being connected to a passion that feels very like much your purpose. It's saying like all this energy you're going on is like you have a lot of Wands energy present. And Ace of Wands it's a fire energy, and Wands energy is not meant for you. The Wands energy in this time period, because it's Aries season, there's going to be a lot of fiery energy that's going to be, you know, present around you, because around everybody. They're present around you. So it's asking you to maintain your energy with the Ace of Cups here. Maintain your water energy so you're able to use that particular wavelength or frequency to make the choice around what it means to like, what you need to like, what healing you need to do, what healing you need to do in order to feel more connected to your passion, to your partner or partners or whoever, your friendships, community. It's saying do things on your own term. Do things in your own way. Okay. One more card here. I'll do your advice card. Ooh. You have the Sun of Cups in reverse here. And I think it's saying take your time. Take your time. And like sometimes there's a sense of urgency. That's a lot of what the Wands cards can feel. It's like this sense of urgency has been making you feel burned out. And it's just asking you to do things in your own pace and in your own way, so you're able to make this choice. So don't let anybody rush you. Don't let anybody, you know, pressure you. You know, don't do that. And your advice here for this time period is I forgive and let go with loving ease. So it's definitely talking about forgiving yourself, and really it's just talking about being gentle with yourself. And the process of forgiving and letting go is a process of having a different relationship with the energies that are present in your life. So it could be a person, it could be, you know, people, community, workplace, you know, mistakes that you've made. But either way, it's just asking you to be gentle with yourself in this process of making decisions. We're re-emphasizing this message with the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Cups upright. All right, let's get to the Taurus season. So that's April 21st to May 20th. So your overall message is labor and obfuscate. So going off of what your Aries season was talking about, it's like you're putting all this work, you're not really sure what the results are. So you're gonna be working hard. You're gonna be working hard. You see here with this little bunny, with a little bug here. It's putting in all this work, but it's like alone. Like bees come in colonies. They're usually together with other people, and it seems like it's kind of overwhelming. It's like all this production is happening, but it's like the bee can't really enjoy it, and part of that kind of producing without receiving makes you feel like you are not receiving anything at all. When you are, it's just like a long-term thing that you're working towards. So emphasis, the overall message is working towards the long term. And so your advice cards, your tarot cards here are Moon, comes up again, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. So with the Moon and the Six of Swords in reverse, I think this is telling you not to give up. Don't give up on your journey here, because the Moon, it's your energy, but it's also, like I said, a sense of feeling confused and illusions being placed. You can clarify here too. And with the Six of Swords, it's talking about, Six of Swords reverse, it's talking about feeling like you're unable to move forward in a path because it feels impossible. You don't know what the bridge is. Like the bridge feels like you're down here and the bridge to cross to the other side, to move forward, is above you. It feels impossible to reach. But that message to me is telling you to not give up. Not give up. And not like overthink your circumstances during this time period too. Because if you're just like, sometimes you can dig yourself into a hole of like, oh, I can't do this, like for X, Y, Z reasons. And you're so focused on like why you can't, you're not actually focusing on what resources you have that make sure that you can. So you have the Daughter of Wands in reverse, the Hangman, and the Justice in reverse, to clarify these reading. So Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands in reverse. I mean, I think this re-emphasizes the message you got from Aries season, is to make sure you do things on your own terms, in your own pace. And that will allow you to have a different perspective. Because I think at the end of Aries season, you're going to start moving towards that mindset of trying to do things in your own way. But this is re-emphasizing sort of that message. And as a result, you're going to have a different perspective on your situation, different perspective about what you're giving in and what you're putting out. Because right now, your perspective is very unbalanced with the Justice card in reverse. You feel like you're doing all this work and justice is not being achieved. But really, it's, like I said earlier, it's the long term that matters. Oof. Oof. Man, it's really coming out here for you. So you have the Six of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords. To clarify the Six of Swords energy here. So part of probably what makes you feel impossible is sort of kind of comparing yourself to where you were in the past. Maybe in the past you had a lot more, things were a lot more stable and successful, and as a result you're just kind of feeling a lot of internal conflict, like I said, or overthinking things, fighting yourself as opposed to actually finding a solution. And part of fighting yourself is like this nostalgia that does not belong for right now. Because if you're looking in the past, you're not really, like I said from the beginning, if you're looking in the past, you're not going to be able to actually shape the future. If you're assuming you don't have the resources, the knowledge, the information, which is what the Six of Swords is about. If you're assuming you don't have that, you're not going to be able to move forward. So it's asking you to know that you have the resources. And with this King of Swords in reverse, I think it might be a person. A person towards the end of Taurus season, which is around May 20th. What I'm getting is that this might be a person that is asking you to, is telling you that they want to support you. I don't think this person's intentions are misplaced. I think you're kind of looking at them. Oof, you're looking at them with kind of side-eyeing them like, what is this? What is, you don't trust this person, but the trust is like misplaced. The lack of trust is misplaced based on your own kind of internal fears. I feel like, especially with the Five of Swords here, it's like you're projecting onto this person, so that's why they're kind of reversed. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. Okay, so with the Fool here, so you have the Fool and the Five of Cups to clarify the Five of Swords, or the King of Swords in reverse. So it's asking you to take a risk in being connected to this person, to feel like you can trust them. So I think what the end result of that will be feeling this kind of celebratory energy, feeling like you don't have to work alone anymore. Because with the advice card here, is my community is supporting, loving, and active in the world. I think once you take the risk of having a different perspective of what it means to put in and then receive, you understand that it's not just about your efforts. It's about a collective effort to put in and receive. Like, you don't have to do things on your own. Take the risk of being vulnerable with people to support you. And you'll have this energy of feeling really way more connected and not alone in your journey and your path. All right, so drink some water here. Got my cap. So for Gemini season, which is May 21st to June 20th, you have resistance and permanent. I think that's just literally a sentence. You're resisting trying to create certain elements of stability within your life. Part of it has to do with, I think it has to do with kind of the end of what you were struggling with at the end of Taurus season, which is desire, which is this necessity of being vulnerable with the people around you, including partners, including friendships and workplace. And the other thing about the King of Swords too, King of Swords is like an air energy. Air energies are people who think about things in a very logical way, very different from very logical, concrete, evidence-based way, which is kind of different from how water energies think. So maybe that sort of thought process is kind of intimidating you, but it's asking you to like get that person's knowledge. It isn't asking you to think that way necessarily. It's asking you, especially because this is a water energy, is to connect with this person in an emotional based way, and that brings out, it's like trusting them to have that emotion, those emotions, and yeah, trusting people to have emotions. That's basically what it is. Have emotions so that they're able to kind of meet you where you're at. Like sometimes it's hard to trust that people will be able to meet you where you're at, but once you take that step to be open, you'll be surprised. And with the resistance to permanence, it's kind of allowing you to create permanent structures in your life that lead to like actual stability. Because with your tarot cards here, you have the Two of Wands and Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and then the King of Cups. So with these two, I mean, it's definitely about juggling whether or not what to share and what not to share with community. Where am I? Oh, here it is. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, to me, it always has to do with, I mean, not just material stability, but sort of energetic stability, which to me also means like feeling like a sense of belonging. That is a little bit more extensive than the Three of Cups. You have the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. It's the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You feel stuck. You feel stuck because you're being challenged to create stability during Gemini season. And I think you're getting messages that it's important for you to create stability. It's like, hey, we want to build with you. Hey, we want to, create with you. We want to be connected to you. And you're just like, oh, no. You have the High Priestess here. But I think you intuitively know that this is really crucial for you to be able to do, because High Priestess also connected to, I think it might be more so connected to Pisces, but it's connected to the moon. So it's this energy that is almost a little bit detached. So I think it's asking you to be a little bit more detached from your emotions in this time period and a little bit more receptive and a little bit less combative. And with the King of Cups, you'll get to a place of emotional stability. And so your advice card here is, I trust the mystery of my life. So the Five of Wands in reverse landed on this card, which is why I'm pulling it out a little bit early. And with the Five of Wands in reverse, it's just like saying, it's a card of just letting go of like messiness, letting go of conflict, letting go of things and conversations that don't need to be repeatedly had, because it's not leading to stability. It's just leading to continual chaos and conflict, which continual chaos and conflict and drama is something that will definitely like distract you. People use that as a distraction from doing their work all the time. So if you know that person who's always trying to start shit, they're someone who refuses to the Strength card. I was told to show you this. That's the last card. Those are the people who are always trying to those are the people who are so afraid of themselves that they have to create outside circumstances to kind of A, blame other people, and B, continue to distract them from how much they hate themselves. So it's telling you with the I trust the mystery of life is kind of allowing permanence to come into your life in the ways that they need. As opposed to from the beginning of Aries season, which was saying like things can't just fall into your lap. if you don't put the work in. Now the work has been put in. Now you're trying to open up. Now you're trying to do. So let the other things to kind of just come into your life as a result of that. Look, because this stability is what's going to be achieved as a result of you putting in that work. All right, so that's your reading. If you like a personal, if this reading resonates or feels familiar, feels good, like if you want more information that's more specific to your life, hit me up for a personal reading. Go to my website, truthexchange.tumblr.com, and we can talk it out. And yeah, I have full moon and new moon readings that I do every month on my Instagram and at Truth Exchange Tarot and on my website. And yeah, thanks for watching. Blessings.